This is your WW3 news, always on Tuesday, no, Monday morning. Here in Italy, in Parliament, Fratelli d'Italia is the promoter of this new bill regarding motor vehicles. Those motor vehicles, there are 4 million which technically do not run on the road anymore, roadworthy, for bureaucratical reasons, and all the ridiculous legislation from the EC which imposes on this form of transport. And 1 million of them are under a thing which is called fermo amministrativo. Basically, the car is seized by the government because you never paid taxes on this and that, which it superates a certain value. The problem is you only can seize a car by law if it's least less than 8 years old. More than 8 years old is not seizable because, commercially speaking, and all those bureaucratic expenses which for seizure to follow through is, not worth it. So what did Fratelli d'Italia came up with was this new bill. Why don't we scrap these cars? Cars do not have no economical value. It's not just you can just throw them in the scrap heap and let it rust in peace. No. They want to create an infrastructure to recuperate these cars, regarding if it's under fermo amministrativo or a car abandoned in the middle of the road in a public place. And they said something, cars abandoned in gardens, private property. Private property is another discussion. Until that vehicle remains on that private property, you cannot do nothing about it. So this will be an economical benefit for the nation itself, because you recuperate steel and other materials, and probably depending on the model and mark of the car and the condition of the car itself, a scrap car has a second life. It's worth more as pieces, a door or bonnet or a boot or whatever, or the part inside of the car, the seats, whatever, depend, because the car, seeing the cost of spare parts, and certain models are out of production God knows how many years, and the cost of parts itself are astronomical. It could be a very good way of making money, because mostly these cars are on car impound deposits of the local authorities. That costs each probably day a certain charge, how much you have to keep the car there. That usually happens if your car gets towed away or gets seized or impounded. It goes in these so-called deposits, but they're not run by the police. They're run by third-party contractors, which the public administration gives them these contracts when they put a public auction. And it could create jobs, but not so many jobs. 1 million cars straight away off the road. It will be hideous task, but if it generates employment in Detroit, profit for those companies which are in the scrap metal business, especially when it comes to motor vehicles, it could be a very good idea. You recycle the metal, you can reuse it, and the spare parts, you can sell it. Therefore, itself, it's a money-making scheme. It's how you run it and how you see it. these things. The only thing is, suppose this law doesn't been used to take away cars which are still efficient, are still run on the road, which are 15 to 20 years old. Because the people across the cars, new ones, they're expensive, they have problems regarding cars of 20 or 15 years ago. It's a whole load of shellfish. And you know, pushing people to buy new cars by say you have to scrap it because it's no more ecological, efficient and all that shit, it's a load of bullshit. It's all a way, bit like electrical appliances, and make you buy more and then you end up throwing away more. In this case, cars, 15 to 20 years old, even older, they have a potential possibility materials that we recycle, dismantle for spare parts, and so on. When it comes to brand new cars, especially EVs, they are worth nothing. Probably a few things are worth dismantling because, you know, probably one had an accident with his vehicle, it cost so much to repair, it was written off by the insurance, or it's a vehicle out of warranty, it costs so much to repair, it's just worth, you know, scrapping it. I had seen cars like this around in scrapyards, spanky brand new cars, 4 years, 5 years old, and they're just like smartphones. When they start playing up, you buy a new one, you throw it away. This is how the car industry is going towards, at least in a number of years, not since yesterday.